So we stayed last night in Santa Cruz in this rather nice room. Well, it was rather nice until we messed it all up. Had a decent sized shower, so this is a note to us that I want a shower like this when we finally settle down.
We are approaching Silicon Valley and I only have 3G Google. Are you serious?
We're off to Mountain View. This is Cupertino. Looks pretty flat, even though the rest of the area is really mountainous. The weather here in the couple of days we've been here has been pleasant. There's a lot of bicycles. We're here. This is the headquarters, One Infinite Loop.
And the Apple flag, you will notice, is at the same level as the American flag.
So it should be. It's too infinite. We're going around the Infinite Loop and we can't park. We are at One Infinite Loop. It's the headquarters of Apple. What? Sorry? Ah, okay, this is, right, wrong place. Right, these are the entrances to their headquarters. They have a visitor centre. Yeah, this looks more like it. Hello.
Hi.
Have you ever seen one of these before?
Actually, in the store, no, you are the first.
Right, yeah.
I haven't.
Oh, really?
No.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, okay. I'm oblivious.
Is this the first Apple store?
No, we actually just opened about 2 weeks ago.
Oh.
And then-
Technically speaking, the first place that ever sold Apple products was the company store in 1993.
So you work for Apple Retail, is that right? What's it like working for Apple?
So I actually, this type of interview type of things, unfortunately, we can't be able to really do without Apple's PR permission on video.
Ah,
I can give you the history and things like that, but my experience is absolutely phenomenal.
Okay.
But we can't be recorded on those type of things, unfortunately. It's
Right.
strict.
I mean, this is like a sort of blog, it isn't commercial thing.
It doesn't matter. We still, technically speaking, I'm not supposed to even be on the camera right now.
Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
We'll blur you out. I crossed a line.
My name is Orlando.
Oh, I'm Chris. Yes.
Good to meet you.
I keep losing these cables. So
That's a long 2-meter cable.
I know. Does anyone buy the half-meter cable?
By accident.
It only costs $52. Right. Yeah.
Our guests like yourselves, it's an extra Apple souvenir.
Right.
You know, you got yourself a parking notice.
We just got not a ticket, but a warning saying that we parked in the red zone outside of a stall. Because we were a customer and not an employee, he was much nicer about it.
We are entering Los Altos, which is where Steve Jobs grew up. This is a neighborhood in Los Altos, which is very close to Apple.
So we are at...
Steve Jobs' boyhood home.
I think that this is the garage that Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak developed Apple computers. They all also have no trespassing signs. I've only got one bar in 4G or LTE. I would have expected more at the boyhood home of Steve Jobs. It's quite nuts around here.
That is a school with Chinese and English. A florist with Chinese and English. Buses. This is also a Safeway state. Curry.
We've been eating a bit of junk food recently, and because of that we've now switched to having salad for lunch. We're having it in this lovely park.
So, this is a neighborhood that's about halfway between Google and Apple.
Right, That is Google. It's very nice here. We are at...
Google!
So we're in the Google campus, and I think they're very pro-bicycle. They've got all this Google-coloured stuff in the park, and I think there are people working here. Okay, we spoke to someone who didn't want to be on camera, and he said that a lot of the employees here actually get bussed in from San Francisco. It takes an hour and a half. These are some ducks. I think they're little rivers drying up. They have beach volleyball. They also have more outdoor seating and more bike stuff. And it says Android. I think I get it. Each statue represents a version of Android. And here is where the old statues are put. Here's Honeycomb, Gingerbread, Jessica, and Cupcake. This is the Google store. I'm going to get a t-shirt, and they are cheaper than the Apple t-shirts.
What are you about to do, Chris?
I'm about to have a go on the Google bike, or the Good Bike. I think the seat needs adjusting. There. I did it. Would you like to go?
Visitor Centre Beda.
This is very nice. This is the house of Steve Jobs. He spent the last 20 years of his life here. He actually died in the house. And it's quite a nice, peaceful neighbourhood. And there's an empty plot of land. I know. It's a bit of a strange job, having the job of guarding Steve Jobs' house.
Did it before his death. We still do it.
Oh, okay. What, they still own it?
There is a family that lives in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Oh,
you're a Game
blimey.
of Thrones fan? I did all their security for their premiere.
Oh, did you? Yeah, we were told that a lot of people hold the selfie stick up and actually look into the family's property. So we're not going to do that because we just want pictures and things. But here it is. This is the side of the house. And there are apple trees. Oh. This plot of land sold for $14 million. It's opposite. Apparently Larry Page of Google fame lives down there. Yeah, that's security guard. He was a nice guy. He told us that there are so many people who come along and take pictures that he still works there. He also remembers when a lot of this area was just orchards.
Chris, what did you think of Silicon Valley?
It's the mecca of tech. I felt I should visit. Something I wasn't expecting, but I should have been, is people were much more guarded. They were very, very difficult to film. I think this is where people are most concerned about their online presence and what they say on camera and the meaning of having something put in perpetuity on YouTube. I also got the feeling in Google, even though the campus was open, we spoke to someone who was a bit prickly. I don't think they wanted us there. They could spot a stranger. It is good, but I think we're right at the end of being able to just wander around and film people. They have Christmas trees, pumpkins. So we're on Half Moon Bay. So we lived on the channel, we saw the Atlantic, and it's just wonderful to know that out there in the distance is not France.